welcome to venerable Kennedy Ice Arena here in beautiful Trenton, Michigan, where tonight we've got outstanding MHSAA Division II action for you all across the State Champs Network, along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesel. My name is Sean Belegian, and Mike, when you talk about great hockey communities, when you talk about great barns, Kennedy's going to pop up, Trenton's going to pop up in that conversation.
Absolutely. Every year they seem to be in the running. They've got some of the top players in the state. They're always in there in the end, and that's what makes this a great rivalry, right?
And I'll tell you what, speaking of the rivalry, in the last 10 years, this has turned into something special. Back and forth, Stevenson seems to have some success in the regular season. Trenton has some success in the playoff time, but as much as it's a rivalry, you get the idea there's a heck of a lot of respect in these two hockey-mad communities.
Absolutely, and community is the thing. A little known fact, these kids have probably been playing since they've been mini-mites. They've grown up in the Trenton Hockey Association, the Livonia Hockey Association. They play every year, then they get to these two proud high school programs, and every year it seems like something's on the line when they play, like last year.
Well, something's got to give in this one. Both of these teams, powerhouses as they may be, are coming off of overtime losses. Trenton lost to Novi on Tuesday night by a score of 3-2. Livonia Stevenson lost to Howell by a score of 3-2. Added incentive tonight, Mike.
Absolutely, on top of the added incentive of Trenton's victory in the playoffs last year. However, talking to the coaches before the game, you wouldn't have known that they're coming off two losses. They both kind of said the same thing. We're learning. It's a strange year. This is going to happen. It's how resilient we're going to be and how we bounce back. Who bounces back tonight?
Yeah, it should be a dandy. It always is when these two teams get together. Don't you dare go anywhere. We've got puck drop for you in a matter of minutes here. Livonia Stevenson, Trenton, two of the best teams in Division II, duking it out yet again. And, you know, Mike, in recent years, you can almost set your watch to it. They'll see each other in the regular season, and they'll see each other in the playoff. That is what has made this rivalry so darn special. So, with Mike Ivesel, my name is Sean Belegian, just a couple minutes away from the drop of the puck here down in Trenton. Of course, the two coaches, two guys that really need no introduction. David Mitchell, the head coach at Livonia Stevenson, he's got himself a state championship in 2013, and Chad Clements, who replaced the legend. There's no other way to say
Absolutely.
that, Coach Turner. Chad Clements, I say this all the time, one of the classiest guys you'll find, and a heck of a lot of success here at Trenton as well.
Absolutely, and again, two proud programs. You're going to have two high-end coaches here that are developing the players, even in the tough year that we're having.
No doubt about it. Just a couple minutes away from the drop of the puck here. We are so glad that you can join us. This is our second broadcast. Last week, you might remember, we were out in Oak Park. We saw Catholic Central and Brother Rice, a great rivalry in the MHSAA ranks. Another great rivalry tonight. Mike, coming up, we can let people know March 8th, we are going to be out in Howell, as a matter of fact. Howell and Heartland getting together.
Absolutely, my neck of the woods. We're going to have some Kensington Valley Hockey Association kids going at it. A lot of families with the Finns. Those are always fun battles, those Howell and Heartland battles.
Yeah, it sure is. You know, it's interesting, Mike, one of the things about that, you know, when you talk about community, a lot of those kids out there, Brighton, South Lyon, Howell, Heartland, they all grow up playing together, and so that's what makes that very intriguing out there.
Absolutely. Where here we have two teams that have played each other for their entire careers. When we get out there in the KVHA, they all come from that one association. They're either Rebels or Renegades. The fun ones are when you have the Rebels playing the Renegades on each other's team. You get some pretty good rivalries even within that association.
No doubt about that. Just a couple minutes away from the drop of the puck out here in Trenton. Livonia Stevenson, Trenton getting together. And really, you know, it's something John Kidd and I talk about a lot on our Hockey Time program on the State Champs Network. This has turned into one of the better rivalries in the state. You know, some good games. The stakes seem high, especially when you're talking about the playoff time. And more often than not, the winner of that game has been able to, punch their way into the Final Four at the USA Hockey Arena. Tonight should be no different. Both of these teams know what's up. When Trenton's on the schedule, Stevenson puts a circle around it. When Stevenson on the schedule, Trenton puts a circle around it.
Right, and the thing is, we put this game out on Twitter probably a couple days ago, and I retweeted it, and there were comments coming on about this rivalry and how there's something about it when they get together. It's always a good game. And it's not just now. It's not just the last 5 years. I remember going to Eddie Egger as a kid, and that barn was packed whenever Trenton came in. And you knew when Trenton came in, everyone was talking about it.
Well, incredible success for Trenton. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they win championships. That's what they do in Trenton. Interesting for both of these teams looking for the next one. Livonia Stevenson won Division II in 2013. Trenton won Division II in 2014. Both of them looking to get back. I mean, the one thing that you have to say about Division II in this state is, boy, there are a heck of a lot of good teams, and it's not as easy as back as in the day. And, Mike, that's a testament to all the great hockey being played in this state.
Absolutely. It always is. And when you have these two programs, and we went down and we talked to the coaches, I was very impressed to hear how they talked about the losses, how they talked about this is a different season with the not as many practices, more games, trying to develop kids. It was very interesting.
Let's take a pause for our national anthem. We are about to drop the puck here tonight in beautiful Trenton, Michigan, along with Mike Iveso. My name is Sean Belegian. Coach Mitchell, of course, leading the way for Livonia Stevenson. Coach Clemens leading the way for Trenton. Mike, I don't want to sound like an ingrate, okay? I'm happy everybody is playing.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, a game of this magnitude, you know what we miss? We miss the fans in here.
I was just thinking the same thing. You look across the ice, they got all the players' posters up there. You're starting to feel a little bit of what Kennedy Arena usually is, but then there's no student section. We are glad to be here. Wish they could have brought the students in here. We could have had a nice, loud crowd and add something to the game.
Aiden Maluski getting the start for the Spartans here tonight, as they are in that royal blue, baby blue, and white, the traditional Spartan colors. They have many different looks in their uniform. I'll put it to you that way, Mike. And Luke Miklos gets the start for the Trojans. They, of course, in the home whites, just a sharp look. Trenton's always had a sharp jersey, Mike.
Oh, absolutely, and it's nothing fancy. It's just it is what it is. It hasn't changed much over the years. But then I look over at these dark Stevenson jerseys, and that's just fitting for this rivalry. I love it.
Well, we're going to have to talk to Coach Mitchell about those numbers because broadcasters are having a tough time with some of those numerals on the back. We are underway here, dumped in by Trenton. Spartans trying to give chase. Trenton tries to set the tone early. To the line, shot in, and Maluski kicks it aside. Trenton with a jump early, Spartans with an opportunity to clear. Along the near boards to the line and finally pushed out into the neutral zone. Trojans coming with a little pressure early on, trying to set the tempo, Mike.
Yep, they're trying to pressure these Stevenson defensemen. We know they have skill, but they're pressuring them to make that play just a little bit earlier than they want to.
Spartans with a quick change as Trojans try to catch him. Puck knocked up into the protective netting right in front of us.
Oh.
I think off the coach's head. He seems to be okay. Coach Clements down there giving a look. He's okay, boys. Coach is looking up at us saying, is he cut? Nope. There's a nice dent on top of his head, though.
Well, that was, I think, a typical rivalry first shift. Nice and safe. Lots of nerves in there. You know, passes not as crisp as they wanted it to be.
Draw won by Trenton. They elect to just shoot her in again, but taken by the Spartans in behind their own net. Tipped at center ice into the goaltender. He's just going to play it off into the corner. Spartans trying to get something going offensively as Trenton has carried the play early on. Just underway, a minute in, Spartans, Trojans here at Kennedy Ice Arena. Now in behind his net now, Stanley starts one way, then goes the other way. Nobody there but a Spartan. On top of it is Justice.
Very
back
methodical
to the line,
by
shot
Stevenson.
in, tip in front, rebound just a wide, off the backboard and not in. Oh, baby. He tried to bang it off the back of the net and just missed. Shot in, another tip in front, another opportunity. Scrambling all over the Spartans. Get a good shift going here. To the line, not out. Drive, score.
Wow.
Tipped in front. Spartans working on that tip in front. 2-3 opportunities, and they finally get one right in front of the net.
You go about 20 seconds before that. One of the top players in the state, Justice, kept that puck in, got it on net, and once that puck got on net, it looked like Trenton was scrambling in their own zone, and it ended up in the back of their net.
Spartans with a flurry of shots there, and there's nothing that goaltender could do. Luke Miklos is in front of the net. That puck is tipped and went up and over. Here's your replay, Mike.
Puck's going to come back here, and here's where it comes across. Just that could have easily bounced out, and look where it goes. On net. Now watch everybody scramble. Another shot on net. It's going to come back to the point here. Another keep. Pucks to the net, bodies to the net. Great stick in front. Nice tip just under the bar.
Spartans strike first. 1-0 Spartans here in Trenton. Spartans trying to break a 2-game losing streak. They lost Saturday night to Heartland and fell in overtime a couple nights ago at home in Livonia to Howell. Of course, as we mentioned, Trenton falling at Novi on Tuesday night. Kept in by the Spartans. That's Heath shooting it in behind the net. An opportunity now for Caleb Knighting. Fine-looking defender. Skates it out, just dumps her in. Spartans with control. 14.5 to go here. First period, Spartans on top, 1-0. They're just going to shoot it in. Some early dump and chase here, Mike.
Yeah,
Coughed up.
They're dumping it into a team that they're looking a little shell-shocked, Trenton is right now, so Stevenson's knowing what they're doing. Very methodical.
Trojans now trying to get something going the other way. It's interesting, Mike, because the first shift of the game, they really jumped out and tried to set the tempo.
Well, that's that home.
Here come the Spartans. They've got 2-on-1 down low. Backhand. Nice play by the defender, taking everything away low. Trojans the other way. In behind the net. Getting in front there was Preston. Now battle in the corner. Picked up by the Trojans again. Opportunity for the Spartans lost. They're going to have an opportunity to skate it out now. Just a neutral zone. Puck taken there by Stanley. Given up. Opportunity for the Spartans. Deflected before it got to the net.
Refs are letting
Puck
them play
in the
here.
corner, high off the glass and in to the neutral zone. Spartans content to just shoot it right back in. Back in behind the net, looking for somebody in front, but intercepted there by Stanley. Stanley gets it to the line, but not out. This time, he's going to skate it out himself, coming the other way, trying to lead the rush. 1-0 Spartans. Here's an opportunity now, 1-on-2. Shot just a wide. That coming from Piccini. Kept in by the Spartans once again. Good battle in the corner, 1-on-2 there. Trojans going to put it back into the neutral zone. Spartans have to tag up. They get onside, but decide to make the change. Send 2 men in, puck to the line, kept in by the Spartans. Once again, Mike, the Spartans doing a good job of keeping the puck in at the line. Here's an opportunity down low. Nice job by the goaltender, Miklos. Look at how far he is beyond that blue crease area. Didn't give him much to shoot at there.
Absolutely. That's a confident goalie coming out there and playing there. And it's a confident Stevenson team also. They can smell it. They smell the fear right now. They're dumping it. They're getting on them. And Trenton's a little bit shaky on their outlets.
Shots on goal early in favor of the Spartans, 7-1. Draw won by the Trojans. They play it back in behind their own net. So glad you could join us. He's Mike Iversel. I'm Sean Belegian. Shot from the line. Glove down by Luke Miklos. Hey, by the way, it's the 30th anniversary of the 1991 Trenton Class A state championship team. Now, due to COVID, they couldn't have their state championship gathering this year. But here at State Champs, we want to give a shout out to every member of that 1991 Trojan team. State champs in Alta, building champions. Here it's 1-0. Livonia Stevenson on top, played with the glove. Spartans have to tag up, get back on side, an opportunity for Trenton to break out. Caleb Knighting just throws it in deep back behind that Spartan net. Just came out. Now they're going to say kept that in.
Oh,
boy, Mike, I thought that popped over the line.
It looked out to me too.
We're both old, so there's a really good chance we were wrong. Here come the Spartans, though, 1-on-1. Clevin tries to pull it back. Nice move. Big stop there by Miklos.
Caught that defenseman looking at the puck and dragged it right through him. Great move.
Well, I tell you what, Miklos has had to come up big a couple times here tonight already, Mike.
He's doing his job, and he said out on the top of the crease again to make that stop.
Maluski comes out and leaves it on a tee. Spartans trying to skate it out now, get an opportunity, just punch it back into Trenton zone. Taken over by the Spartans as they exchange the puck in that neutral zone area. Stanley says enough of this, let's try the other side. Spartans are there, big hit right in front of our broadcast vantage point. Giveaway in the zone, back to the line with a shot from 55, deflected into the corner. Spartans on it again. Early jump here by the guys in the royal blue and baby blue trim.
Absolutely. Trenton just needs one good shift to turn this around.
Big battle along the far boards there, one by the Spartans for the moment. Still on the puck in front, deflected. Backhand towards the front, nobody there that time. Opportunity for Colin Preston. They throw it into the neutral zone and it's promptly punched back in. Preston gives it up back into the neutral zone, another giveaway. Here comes Piccini, 1-on-2 with a shot deflected in behind the net of a very active 5'8" goaltender, Luke Miklos.
Just relentless. Stevenson's coming at him, and you can see they're getting on him so fast. Trenton's not able to do what they want to do. So there's a little bit of a panic there. They're turning the puck over. They almost need to do something, regroup at once, get themselves a little extra second to be able to get themselves moving forward.
1-0, Spartans on top. Face off deep in the Trenton zone. Won by the Spartans. Shot in on net. Boy, 2 Spartans down low, Mike.
Just noticed
kind of a lapse there.
2 blown assignments there.
Puck goes up into that Trenton bench right in front of us. But I'll tell you what we all missed this year, Mike. You and I were talking in our trip down. One of the great events in the high school hockey season, of course, is the showcase down here.
Absolutely.
It was sorely missed this year.
As a fan and as a coach, I loved it.
Spartans coming in, backhand, up into the protective netting.
And again, another one face-off. They got possession of the puck, and they just went right at them. They're just not stopping. This might be a case of a 4-period game. This first 10 minutes of this period, the end of this period, then the next 2 periods. But Trenton's got to take over here at some point.
Ian Kimball taking the draw for the Spartans here. A Boza for Trenton. He wins it back. Trenton with an opportunity in behind their own net. Caleb Knighting throws it into the neutral zone, but how many times have I said this? Spartans take control. Knighting's going to try it again. Playing catch with his defense partner. Back to Knighting. Knighting head up. Going to shoot it in. Blocked by one of the Spartan defenders. And he's going to take over back in behind his own net. That's Adam Hurd. Wing-to-wing pass. Cleven's been active tonight. He just dumps it in deep. Taken in the corner now by the Trojans, an opportunity for Zapaniak.
They've got time. They're getting out of their zone, but the problem comes at the Stevenson blue line. It just seems to turn the puck, and they transition it right back into the Trenton zone. Here we go again.
Spartans into the neutral zone in transition. On cue, Mike Ivesil. Trying to play it to himself was Noah Turner. He loses control. And pumped right back in by the Spartans. 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Trip in behind the net. That is a call they make every time, Mike.
Yep. And this might be just what Trenton needed. This can settle them down. Well, let's see. Will Stevenson keep up the pressure with their penalty kill?
Shots are 8-1 in favor of Livonia Stevenson early. And I'll tell you what, if not for the play of Luke Miklos, they could have 2 or 3 on the board right now.
Yeah, it could be a little bit worse. Now let's see what they do with this penalty kill. Is Mitchell going to call the dogs off here? Are they going to slow it down? Or are they going to keep that pressure on them?
Tripping is the call. Trenton goes on the power play. Spartans pump it down the length of the ice.
Well,
Kept in by the Spartans, ragging off some precious penalty time there.
Yeah, as I say, I think my question was answered. They're all over them immediately. They're putting pressure on them at every point.
Far wing now, that's Nicholas Fields. He loses the puck, pumped in deep by the Spartans. Minute and a half left in this power play for Trenton. 1-0, Spartans on top. Head up, skating down the ice is Stanley. Stanley trying to go coast to coast. Gets it in deep, finally taken off and knocked off the puck into the corner. Puck comes to the line and out. Here's an opportunity for the Spartans. 1-on-2. Cleven's been very active tonight. He just elects to dump the puck in deep and go for the change.
Smart play.
Coming back the other way now is Nemeth. Nemeth around the net, trying to set that power play up. To the point, but out. Just out of the reach of Jacob Wiseman. But Trenton hasn't been able to set up shop here. They lose the puck again.
Yeah, they got to settle down just a little bit. You know they've got the skill and they can do it. They're just a little bit shaky at the moment.
Wiseman by himself going to pump it in deep. Around the net to the line, but not out. Kept in by Trenton. Spartans getting some bodies in the way as well, Mike. You could see that there.
They're taking advantage of, like I said, a little bit of a shaky Trenton team. As soon as they fumble that puck, Stevenson's putting pressure on them, and it's not helping their cause at all.
Puck tipped into the corner. 15 seconds remaining on this power play. Really not much going on here. Look out. No shots on goal so far this power play. Only 13 seconds remaining in this Trenton power play.
Well, true to their form of what we talked about earlier in the pregame when we were talking to the coaches, you look down at the bench, there's no panic right now. Trenton's not panicking. They're just going about business. They know eventually they're going to turn it over here.
Tate Kovacs is going to take this draw, however, won by Carter Allen. Pair of 16s there. Allen wins the draw. Head up, coming the other way is Stanley. Stanley weaves into the corner on his off wing. Loses the puck for the moment. Still doing battle down there. Throws it into the far corner. Spartans giving chase. Puck up. And once again into the Trenton bench. 6:52 to go here, Mike.
Yeah, you just got to think it's going to turn around here. Trenton's doing a lot of the right things. They're buying themselves times. They're regrouping the puck. It's just not going all the way.
State Champs is located on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. They offer over 20 varsity sports, including men's hockey. Women's hockey will debut in the fall of 2021. You can recruit yourself at ltuathletics.com. Trenton wins the draw, tried to go forward with it there. Spartans there. and come back skating out of their own zone. 1-0 Spartans. 3-on-2 now. There's the trailer with a shot. Didn't get much on it. Had the numbers in there. Not a bad idea just the same, Mr. Iverson.
Yes, that was a nice play. A nice little drive to the outside and a dish. We're getting a real good look at what we've heard about for a couple of weeks, and that's Stevenson's speed. That play was made by speed. They pushed the D back. He went wide. Late guy comes in for a great opportunity.
Mike and I also keeping track of what's going on in the National Hockey League tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. 'Tis the season. We're looking at the scoreboard, but the scoreboard that matters here is Stevenson on top, 1-0. Off the draw again, Clevin, very active here today. Carson Clevin, number 14, kept in by Hurd for the moment. Now up and over into the penalty box.
Yeah, it's like this puck has something with the Trenton bench. I think that's about the 4th time it's gone up there.
Well, you know what? We gave a shout-out to that 91 team. I want to give a shout-out to one of my favorites, Mike Turner.
Yeah.
The legend. I know he doesn't like it when I call him a legend, but he deserves to be called a legend. Coach Turner, hope you were well.
Always enjoyed coaching against him and trying to get a word with him.
Spartans keep it in. Hurd with a shot. Goaltender didn't see it until he was right on top of it. Opportunity at the dot. Kept in for the moment by the Spartans. Trojans with an opportunity to get it out. Can't do it. Smith pumps it in deep. This time Wiseman has enough. Gets it up to Nemeth. To the line. But taken over by the Spartans there. That's Owen Penny going to shoot it back in. Spartans have done a lot of that shooting it in, and they've gone in and fetched it as well, Mike.
It's a great strategy when you're seeing a team that's got a little bit of a panic in them and they're just not making those crisp passes. Get it in and get on them.
Shots on goal now 10-1 in favor of the Spartans. But ladies and gentlemen, it's still a 1-0 game. See if the Spartans can get something going here. There's a big giveaway opportunity. Preston in front, kicked away.
This could be the shift we were talking about that Trenton needs to get themselves going.
Boy, that's Maluski's first big test of the game, Mike. And we got a slash down low.
They take it in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely.
Well, that's
I believe that's Fields. It is Nicholas Fields.
That's something you don't want to see. A penalty when you're in the offensive zone. You just picked off a pass, had your first good scoring chance. You're getting a little bit of momentum, and you kind of just erased it.
So, Trenton 0 for 1 on their power play opportunities early. Spartans, this is their first one. Battle along the boards, trying to pin it there is Ryan Stanley. You can hear him say play, play, play. And the Spartans control, but send it out into the neutral zone. Smith gives chase, throws it back to his D-man as the Spartans try to break out, just tipped into the corner. Opportunity along the far boards, finally get it out.
Yep, they're going to dump it in like that. They got to get a guy in on the puck. You can't just let their defenseman get it and send it down the ice.
Maluski leaves it in back behind his own net. 1:20 remaining in this power play opportunity for the Spartans. Trojans with an opportunity to clear, and they do.
They've got a little bit more going since that last shift. It doesn't look like the penalty deterred that.
Hurd leaves it. Spartans try to get something going. Puck into the neutral zone. Finally taking it over is Carson Clevin. Carson Clevin's going to try the far side, pinned against the boards nicely, giving the Trojans an opportunity to clear it. And the Spartans have to regroup in their own zone. That's Adam Hurd. Adam Hurd behind his own net. Going wing to wing here. Adamick to Kimball. Kimball trying to get the puck in deep. Loses it in the corner, but doing battle down there. 3 Spartans in the corner. Puck goes perilously in front of the goaltender. Another opportunity deep. 2 Spartans back behind the net. Nobody in front. On the perimeter. 20 seconds remaining on this power play. Wrist shot. Goal. Open. Can't punch it in. Wide open net. And the Spartans just couldn't pull the trigger.
Wow, another big save by the goalie there. Keeping them in this one.
Oh, nearly a giveaway there. That's going to go for the icing. Boy, oh boy, nearly a 2-0 game in the waning moments. That net was wide open. and one of the Spartans in deep just could not pull the trigger on that backhand.
And that all started with the number one thing you need on a power play, Sean, and that is puck retrieval. When you lose that puck, you have to retrieve it. You have to outman them, and Stevenson did that, even though Trenton almost threw it in their net. Trenton got that back and started that whole play.
3.5 minutes to go here in this first period. 4 seconds remaining in the Spartan power play. They win the draw, but that is pretty much going to do it for the Spartan power play. So both teams 0 for 1 via the power play.
That kill gave him a little bit of energy, though. That Trenton's coming on since that interception and scoring chance down in the Stevenson zone.
Up to the line. Shot back into the corner, trying to set something up over there. That puck is going to go the length of the ice, and that is going to be an icing. Hey, the State Champs Hockey Player of the Year presented by Warrior Hockey is up and running. You can cast your vote at statechampsnetwork.com. Now, whoever leads our online vote will never be removed from our top 10. Go to statechampsnetwork.com and vote. Mike, I know you and your entire family have done just that.
Absolutely. Nothing more exciting than giving a kid a chance of being the Player of the Year. It's an honor.
Face-off controlled by Trenton for the moment. Stanley trying to go up the middle with it.
Real nice look.
Spartans steal it for the moment. 2 the other way if they hurry, but the Spartans get back. Nice back check there. Opportunity in front. Maluski off the side of his net. Big hit in back behind the net.
Now we're seeing that Stevenson-Trenton rivalry. We've seen some hits in the last 4 minutes. A little chirping going on here. Now we got it going. Now they remember what's going on in this rivalry. Tell you, since that shift where they had that scoring chance about 3 minutes ago, Trenton's really turned it around.
2:38 remaining. Face-off stays deep in the Spartan zone. To the left of the goaltender, Aiden Maluski, number 34 for the Spartans. Colin Preston wins it back, but controlled by the Spartans, and they have an opportunity to skate out 3-on-3. Losing it into skates, coming back the other way. Trenton has numbers if they want it. Quickly again, the Spartans get back. Spartans' transition game has been pretty strong here tonight in this first period, Mike.
Absolutely, and that, I mean, you need that. That's what starts your whole offense. You transition that puck and you get it going the other way.
Now here's Stanley seeing what he can do. Takes it wide, waiting for somebody in front, still holding onto it, turns, tries to weave the other way, gets it knocked off his stick. Spartans with an opportunity to get it out. Again, wing to wing. Right in front of our broadcast vantage point.
It's a good step by that defenseman. They're cutting him off in the neutral zone.
$1:50 remaining in this period. 1-on-1 now. Carter Allen comes in. Nice backhand just over the net by Maluski. Boy, he got some air on that backhand in close quarters.
That was a nice play. He went right in against 2 Big D.
Nice play off the boards, just wide. Boy, played it to himself off the boards, and that didn't miss by much.
Just over the crossbar.
Trent now into the neutral zone. Playing catch there are the Trojans and the Spartans.
That hit would have been right in front of that student section. That would have been a good one.
Nice stop there, played in front, but there to make sure no trouble is Caleb Knighting. Gets her going the other way. Knighting just going to dump it in and give chase to the defender. He's by his lonesome. Opportunity now for the Spartans to break out. There are 3. They're just going to shoot it in. Played into the corner by Miklos. Controlled by Zapaniak. Up into that protective netting. Face-off stays in that Trenton zone. Hey, coming up in the first intermission, not only will we tell you what happened in this first period, but in case you missed it, hockey time.
Hockey time?
Yeah, we're gonna play hockey time.
Imagine that during a hockey game. All right, that was a nice little rush there by number 9 Knighting. It's got to like the confidence is building when your defenseman's the one rushing it all the way down below the goal line.
Kimball takes another big draw here, played into the corner. Spartans looking to add. 11-2, the shots on goal. Wraparound attempt, not there. Still on the puck is Kimball. Rebound in front. Nice job by the defender, tying him up for just a moment. You got to give Ryan Stanley some credit there. Mike probably saved a goal.
Absolutely. That's got to be the fourth or fifth wide open net. And the Trenton defensemen are doing a good job getting stick on stick, and the goalie's just not letting that puck in. That's impressive there. Trenton's got to like only being down 1-0 the way this period's gone.
.34 seconds remaining. Draw, comes back, shot through, deflected. Trojans just pump it down into the Spartan corner. Plays it high off the glass, coming back the other way. Throws it in the corner for Stanley. He's been out there a lot tonight. Trojans trying to get something going in the late moments of this first period. 5 seconds remaining. Maluski leaves it back behind his net. Off the glass. They say it went out of play and bounced back in. 1.9 seconds remaining. Shots on goal, Mike, 12-2 in favor of the visiting Spartans here in this first period.
Yeah, sometimes you can say it didn't feel like they outshot him 12-2, but I'm shocked it's only 12-2. It feels like a little bit more. Stevenson's really had a good offensive rush today.
Boy, you're absolutely right. A point that you made a moment ago is they're going to pull their goaltender with only 1.9 seconds remaining. Get that extra attacker out there, see if they can get something going. It's never a bad idea.
Oh, no, I'm sure they've worked on this. They got something up their sleeve.
Big draw now, the extra attacker down there. Just played in the corner harmlessly. Shot in on Maluski.
That got on net.
It definitely did.
Here we go. Here's a little shenanigans after.
Well,
he's asking him where the local barbecue joint is?
Yep. Brisket or pork? I think that's what I'm a lip reader. I think I saw brisket or pork.
The old brisket and pork argument going on in the Trenton-Stevenson rivalry.
Shots on goal in that first period, 12-3 in favor of the visiting Spartans. So, Mike, after the first period of play, Livonia-Stevenson with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, usually in a game when you're not winning, you might invite that intermission to come and you might like it. But I think Trenton might be a little disappointed. They were starting to turn it on as the first period came to an end.
Well, don't you go anywhere in the intermission. As we said, we are going to show you state champs hockey time each and every week. Myself and Jonathan Kidd recap what's happening in high school hockey across the great state of Michigan. Of course, Mike and I will be back as well and recap what happened in the first period here. A first period that sees the Spartans on top by a score of 1-0. Don't you go anywhere. Hockey time next year all across the State Champs Network.
Welcome inside the State Champs studios on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. Welcome to State Champs Hockey Time. I'm Jonathan Kidd, along with Sean Belesian. Sean, how's it going today?
It's great. Another great week of hockey. Had a chance to go out to a few games. Had a chance to call a game last week. Same thing this week. Going out to a few games, calling a game. So looking forward to it.
As always, State Champs Hockey Time is presented by the Alta Equipment Company. Sean, let's recap what happened in high school hockey last week, and let's begin in the Lakes Valley Conference. Lakeland is off to a 7-0 start, and they beat the defending league champs in South Lyon Unified last weekend.
Yeah, you know what? I want to go see what's going on there. I mean, it's a fantastic start. You can't deny that. I looked up some numbers. Cameron Slicker, Luke Weinberger, 21 points each to start the season. How about Weinberger? 18 goals. I mean, so that's a tremendous start. That's a good look for Lakeland early on, and I might have to make a drive out there and see if I can see it with my own two eyes.
All right, we'll stay in the Lakes Valley. We're going to talk to you about Matthew Valuers from Walled Lake Western. He's a 6'7", 315-pound offensive lineman. He plays on the hockey team. He scored his first goal over the weekend.
I love to see that. I mean, that's one of the things I love to hear coaches say this, the MHSAA say it themselves. Get the guys playing multiple sports. There are a lot of multiple star athletes out there. I got a chance to see Fugetti from Franklin, who's an accomplished football player, and he's going to Pitt, as a matter of fact, on a football scholarship. I had a chance to see him over the weekend patrolling the blue line, so good for you, young man. I hope that's the first of many, many goals this season.
And you want to mention about a player over at Wall Lake Central.
Yeah, definitely. Shane Beaufait, who comes from a hockey family, both his father, Brian, and his uncle, Mark, accomplished hockey players. Mark made it all the way to the National Hockey League. What a tremendous story. Folks, this is a kid 2 years ago, he broke his spine. He broke his spine. Not only is he back on the ice, but he is absolutely lighting it up. How about 26 points in only 7 games, 12 goals, 14 assists. So way to go for you. It's awesome. Congratulations on that. It's a great story. Shane Beaufait doing a great job for that unified team.
All right, let's head over to the MIHL. And how about Cranbrook over the last week? 3 wins over Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They shut out Catholic Central 4-0, and they follow up the next day against Trenton 2-0.
Well, they had to skyrocket up the latest rankings as well. You know what's interesting, John, and we talked about it, I think it was the previous show, maybe in the first. I don't know, they all run together. But a lot of people said Cranbrook is loaded. Cranbrook is quote-unquote back. Not that they went anywhere, but they're ready to make a good run. I've had a lot of people tell me, and I hope I get this name right, but Julian Zavagan is arguably the best goalie in the state. And you know what? So far, you take a look at his numbers, it's pretty hard to deny what he's been able to do. You know, a guy that's on our Warrior Player of the Year in Leighton Stenman on the blue line. I've had 2 different coaches, opposing coaches, mind you, tell me that they think he is the best player in the state. Lots of people raving about Cranbrook, and you can see why now.
On Friday night, we did our state champs game time live broadcast of the Brother Rice versus Detroit Catholic Central hockey game. CC, coming off that loss to Cranbrook, rebounded 3-2.
Well, you knew that they would. I mean, look, it's Rice CC. I've said this once, I've said it 100 times. You know, when Rice CC get together, doesn't matter what the records are and everything. 2 really good teams. I'm impressed with Catholic Central in the regard. You know what? That is just a deep team. You know, I'm not sure there's a superstar in there, and I hope nobody takes that as disrespect. That is a deep, really good team with really good players. There are some high-end guys with Brother Rice. I think Rosa is a kid that, you know, a lot of people are talking him up. Now you got to see the Maroons. I was impressed with the senior Maroon on Friday night, 14. I thought he was all over the place. A senior goaltender for Rice as well. John, as far as I'm concerned, I still think CC is one of the teams to beat anywhere. The team to beat, certainly in Division I. Rice is in that group of teams in Division II right now. I do think there's a leader in Division II right now, but, you know, I made this joke the first week of the season. Put 4 names, and it might be 5 now, in a bowl, kind of swoosh them all around. Let's see what happens, and whoever you pull out first, that's the team to beat. Right now, I think it's Heartland. Brother Rice is that close. And don't forget, Brother Rice also beat Heartland. So it's going to be interesting. D2 is going to be crazy this year.
All right, and speaking about that, you were talking about that bowl there in Division II.
Yeah.
What about in Division III? You could probably need a pull punch.
It's a county.
Yeah, it's a county.
It's a county in Division III. You kidding me? Well, this is the one thing that I'll say. I think right now, today, Calumet has kind of shown by virtue of their results, they're the best team in the UP right now. I think right now that they're up there with anybody, just behind maybe DCD in Division III as well. And, you know, the crazy thing about that is, you know, we're going to talk about the Locust family again. Every year a coach said this to me, he goes, seems like there's 2 Locusts on every team. You got a Locust up front that's doing great things on our Warrior Player of the Year, and you got a Locust in net right now in Atskill that's doing a fantastic job as well. Copper Kings, the best way to say it right now is I wouldn't want to play the Copper Kings right now, and I think they've shown that so far this season.
Last Wednesday night, state champs covered the game between Flint Powers and Saginaw Heritage. Flint Powers won 5-0 over Saginaw Heritage. You might have to put them in that county bowl.
Yeah, they're in the
all
county.
That
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, and again, you're talking about a guy in Coach Perry that's done a tremendous job there for years. How about this, John? Only 2 goals against so far for Flint Powers. Stingy? being led by Tyler Lawrence with 14 points. Monster week forthcoming for that team as well. You know, you want an opportunity to crack that top 10. That opportunity is going to be there. I think off the top of my head, I think they've got Midland, then I think they've got DCD, then they've got Livonia Stevenson. That's a monster week for Coach Perry and his boys.
All right, on Friday night, it was the battle between Midland and Midland Dow. Midland won 4-2.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting to me. I look at Midland, and I'm seeing a lot of balanced scoring right now. Matthew Witt is leading the way with 8 points, but they're getting contributions from everybody, and that's key. Good goaltending from Taylor White, and, right now Midland's got some bragging rights.
All right, it was the Battle of Ann Arbor on Saturday afternoon between Skyline and Pioneer. Skyline won 5-3. They're off to an amazing start with Jamie Newton leading the way.
Yeah, that was a guy that was on our radar last year. He continues to get it done. He's got 12 points. AJ Schmunk as well with 12 points. I think that's a good Skyline team. There's a reason why they've been on our rankings the last couple of years, and currently right now, I think they flexed their muscle over the week and said, you know what, we might be the best out here, and they just might be.
All right, and we stay in Ann Arbor with Father Gaber Richard beating Liggett 4-3 over the weekend for the Catholic League title.
Well, I'm a big fan of Clint Robert. He did really good work when he was at Northville, and he's continuing to do good work for the Irish. How about this? 5 straight wins now. Jack Waldo is a guy that's lighting it up for them, so going to be interesting to keep an eye on them. As a matter of fact, John, we're taping this a little later on. I'm going to drive out there and get a chance to see them against St. Clair Shores Unified, who's off to a good start as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing 2 teams off to a good start.
In the KLAA on Saturday night, it was Heartland and Livonia Stevenson. Livonia Stevenson playing 2 games in one day, but Heartland came out with the victors 5-1.
You know, it's interesting. Stevenson had Novi on Friday, Franklin in the morning, and the Heartland at night. And you know what? If I'm Heartland, I just go too bad. Heartland took care of business. That's what they should do. They have nothing to apologize for. I think that Heartland's the best right now in Division II. A lot can change. But, again, when you're talking about Heartland, you know what? It just seems like every year Coach Gadwood just reloads. I mean, it's amazing. They're rolling on both ends of the ice. We talk about Patella. How about Andrew Larson? There's another great hockey family. Andrew Larson is absolutely lighting it up. Ryan Piros and net. When we're talking about great goaltenders, you have to include his name in the mix as well. I'll tell you what, again, right now, a lot can change. It might change by next week. I think Heartland is the best team in Division II this week.
We head downriver, and we want to congratulate Brian Sullivan from Woodhaven High School. He got his 450th win last week.
Congratulations, Coach. There's no doubt about that. That is a great hockey community. I love their logo as well. Am I allowed to say? I just think that that's such a cool logo. Continued success to you, and here's to another 450.
In our Alta Equipment Company main event, we went to the west side of the state. Byron Center taking on Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Byron Center had a 4-1 lead. Grand Rapids Catholic Central came back to tie it up at 4, but the Nicholas brothers came through at the end, and they won 5-4.
Well, and you know how I was just saying that I think there's another team that is knocking on the door, not just knocking in the door, but kicking in the door in Division II? It's Byron Center. It really is, and I've had a lot. Now, in fairness, with this year being what it is, I haven't had a chance to see them, but a lot of people that I know and trust are saying they're very legitimate, and when you take a look at what they've done so far, yeah, they look very legitimate. The Nicholas, Logan, and Luke getting it done. Trevor Davis up front as well. They have a punch to them. This is a team that's going to want to attack you. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that translates when the moment presents itself. And listen, there are still landmines for them. I haven't seen the regionals yet, but NE's going to have something to say about that. Forest Hills NE. Are they going to be in with Marquette? Are they going to be in with Traverse City Central? Let's not forget about those 2 teams and teams to keep an eye on. But boy, oh boy, I've heard nothing but good things about Byron Center, and they continue to win games.
Welcome back to Kennedy Ice Arena in lovely Trenton, Michigan. Your score after the first period of play. Spartans on top of the home team, 1-0. Mike, a great first period for Stevenson. The only goal of that first period scored by number 19, Jack Smith. But you know what? There are two ways to look at it. The Spartans are on top 1-0. Shots on goal were 14-3. If you're the Spartans, you might be saying, hey, we could have had 3 or 4. If you're Trenton, you're saying, we're only down 1 right now.
Absolutely. Stevenson's got to come out just like they did in the first period. Keep the pressure on. That we were watching them warm up before the game, and they came running and screaming out of that warm up, and I think they ran right onto the ice and into that first period, and they didn't stop. Hopefully they can do that for the second period if they want to keep up the success. For Trenton, we're only down a goal. Keep doing what you're doing. It's going to start coming around. And especially look for a moment. If Stevenson takes the gas off the pedal for a second, we know this Trenton's team is talented. They can come right down the ice and tie this game.
Both teams had a power play opportunity. 0 for 1 on the power play for each of them. Once again, it was number 19, Jack Smith, getting the goal for the Spartans, the only goal of that first period. Lots of traffic in front of that goaltender, Luke Miklos, in that first period, Mike. And I'll tell you what, he had to come up big a few times.
Absolutely. We'll give him a ton of credit for keeping the pucks out, getting out, being aggressive at the top of his crease. However, I want to give his defense some credit, too. They had sticks on pucks, sticks on bodies. They were taking guys out. They were not making it easy. You don't just miss 4 empty nets if the defense isn't working it.
So start of this second period. So glad you could join us wherever you may be on the State Champs Network. His name is Mike Agasol. My name is Sean Belegian. Pleasure to be with you. No place I'd rather be on a Thursday night than in a great hockey community, a great barn inside that great hockey community, and a great rivalry on the ice.
Absolutely. Another winner picked by our fine sponsor, Alta, to have us here tonight.
Yeah, we really, really can't say enough about Alta and, of course, Warrior Hockey as well. Giveaway there nearly. Bounce off the stick of Jacob Wiseman. Spartans trying to get something going. In the corner. Opportunity in front. Whisked away, but the Spartans pump her back in deep. Back in behind the net. Now into the corner. Trojans with an opportunity to skate out. Here they come. Fields going to throw it in the corner. Taken there by Hurd. Hurd for the Spartans. Throws it into the neutral zone. Boy, big jump by Fields here in this first period. Very active Ryan Stanley with the puck now. Makes it deep, tries to go outside. Now in back behind that Spartan net, the defender. Going to cycle a little bit. Opportunity in front. What a stop by Beluski. Oh, a big stop there. His best stop of the game. That one, they cleared the road and allowed him to just pull that baby in.
Absolutely, but that was a good work by the Trenton forecheck to get that puck down low. And then he stopped. He didn't panic and just throw it anywhere. The center cut in through the middle of the ice. He hit him with that pass and a great scoring chance. But an aggressive forecheck at the start.
Well, you knew that Trenton would come out. For a team that had 3 shots the entire first period, they've had 2 in the first 56 seconds here in this second period. Thrown out of the draw. So they'll line up again. One by Trenton right off the draw. Maluski had to be careful there, and he says, enough of this. I'm just going to cover up.
Already 59 seconds in. We've got a good forecheck, a scoring chance, a 1 face-off to get the possession. Shot right on that. 2 excellent scoring chances already.
So they try it over. Hayden Aboza going to try to win another draw back. .16:01 to go here. Second period. Spartans on top 1-0. This time 1-4. Battle along the end boards. Controlled by Trenton. On the backhand and to the line. Nice job at the line moving in. Opportunity, high slot, blocked. Boy, what a block there by Nemeth. Spartans coming the other way. That's going to go the distance for the icing.
Gotta love the sacrifice there, eating that puck for his teammates. They're going to love that, and they're going and they're tapping them on the pads already for that. That's nice. Trenton's D have been really active today. They get that puck down, they work the puck well and get it to the net, Sean.
That's a big block down there. Another draw in deep. This time it's going to be Carter Allen taking the draw. Trojans have won a couple of these in the attacking zone, this time one back by the Spartans. Pumped back in deep by the Trojans, though. Minute and a half into this second period. This time, no call coming back the other way. Owen Penny gives chase in behind the net. So it's Trenton with a little jump here in the second period. Battle down there, 3 Trojans, 2 Spartans. Trojans come out with it for the moment. Now an opportunity come the other way. Knighting going to throw it into the neutral zone. Just backhanded. Coming back the other way. Here comes Trenton again. This time the Spartans get it to the line, but not out. One deep, one moving into that slot area. Big battle in the corner there. My goodness gracious. Still battling in the corner. You can hear the official yell, move, 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 all the way up here. Coming back near side. Kept in by Preston. Off a helmet, up into the protective netting right in front of us. Now, I'm going to tell you what, Mike. I'm glad that we have this protective netting in front of us because there would have been a couple pucks that came perilously close to us.
Absolutely. As I was saying, the puck has something with the Trenton bench. We've had about 6 in there. But I've got to tell you, the Trenton coaches have to be happy with the way this team has come out in the second period. They're doing probably everything they talked about in that locker room, and now they are bringing the pressure. They are possessing the puck.
Colin Preston going to take this draw in the attacking zone. 14-6 now, your shots on goal in favor of the Spartans. Spartans lead 1-0. Spartans get it to the line, but not out. Pumped back in by Trenton. Along the far boards now, 2 Spartans doing battle with 2 Trojans down there. Once again, they're not going to give them the freeze. They're telling them to move 3-on-3. One of the Trojans come out with it. Big hit there in the corner. Brad Nemeth loses it, though, high off the glass. The Spartans come the other way.
Getting a little physical this period.
Mark Stefanik now in behind his own net. Takes a hit. Comes near side. Dangerous play in back behind the net. Stefanik's going to take over again. Into the neutral zone. Boy, a lot of puck possession here, Mike, as Nemeth pumps it back in by Trenton to start this second period.
Looks like Stevenson in the first period, right? Trenton's getting the puck deep. They're taking the forecheck to him, and they're letting them turn the puck over. It's working.
Spartans trying to get something going offensively now. Just outside the line, called on the offside. You know, the Spartan family lost a legend, Mike, about a year ago this time, and they are paying homage to him on the back of their helmets. David Mitchell's father, Herb, a man that you and I knew very well. You can see it on the back of the jersey above the players' names. Adam Mitchell, just an absolute legend in every way, shape, and form. And the Spartans are not the only ones that are kind of paying homage to Adam Herb Mitchell this year. Many teams across this fair state are.
Absolute beauty. Every time he spoke, it was just a pleasure to listen to him. What a great guy.
We say hello to the Mitchell family for sure. Wherever they may be, I'm sure they're watching here tonight. Spartans now trying to get something going. Kept in once again by Trenton. Boy, a lot of action in this end of the ice tonight. First period and now the second period. It's Trenton's turn. Nice chip there. Spartans try to get something going the other way. Swept aside by Caleb Knighting, but pumped back in by the Spartans. Quick change there by the Spartans as well. Coming back the other way, the Trojans. Maluski's going to stop it, leave it there for his defender, but taken by the Trojans. That's Zach Anderson. Comes back the other way. Kept in at the line. No, just out of the line. An opportunity for Penny now. Penny now. Nice stop once again by Miklos. Miklos coming out. Look where he is, just past that blue crease area. State Champs fans, don't forget to hashtag AltaSC on Twitter for your chance to win a free 2-day compact renta from Alta Equipment Company.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye out here. Number 15, Brad Namath, just came back out for his second shift of this period. He was a wrecking ball his first shift. I think he had about 4 hits, and he put 3 guys on the ice. Let's see what he can do this shift.
Draw one back to Knighting. Knighting off the boards and into the neutral zone. Spartans have to regroup there. Just going to toss it back down the ice. That is going to go for icing. 12:03 to go in this second period. Spartans on top by a score of 1-0. The Spartans certainly had a jump in the first period. Mike, it's safe to say in the first 5 minutes here, it's pretty much been all Trenton.
Trenton's got the jump this period. They're getting their forecheck onto the Stevenson defenseman. They're just taking that 1 second away. They don't have that second to move the puck where they want to.
Face off one back by Preston, but controlled by the Spartans. An opportunity to skate out now. Into the neutral zone, connects with a pass, trying to go outside. Nice move avoiding the check, but taken away by Nemeth. Shot far side. Opportunity in front off the skate. Let's see if Trenton's coming the other way. Nice job by Van Antwerp staying home and stopping that. He tries a one-man rush himself, but that is taken away. Knighting just going to pump her in deep as the Spartans are back. Trenton going for a quick change, short side, but the Spartans with an opportunity to break it out. Kovacs. Kovacs on the near wing, going one-on-one. Nice play there to take that puck away. Here comes Wiseman now. Wiseman, the defender, leading the rush. On his backhand, just going to leave it in the corner there. Trenton trying to get a cycle going in front. Nobody home, though. Here come the Spartans the other way. They've got numbers if they want it. 3-on-2. Opportunity on the wing. What a stop! Oh, goodness gracious. Miklos had to come up big.
Another big save. What a day for this kid.
Here comes Smith again. He's got the only goal on the game. Jack Smith, right-handed shot, off wing, and he draws a penalty. Smith just kept the legs moving, Mike. They're going to put the arm up every time.
Absolutely. You keep driving with speed. Eventually that defenseman's either going to have to hold you or hook you. You go back a little bit onto that shift. I almost pulled a Mickey Redmond. They had 6 guys on the ice. I almost said, too many men, too many men. Stevenson got away with one there right at the bench with that one Trenton rush. But another great save.
He's been big tonight.
Wow.
Luke Miklos, the 5'8" goaltender for Trenton.
Yeah, we've been treated to some great goaltending these 2 games we've had. 5'8", and the other guy was, what, 8'2", right?
Wait, we kept changing that height, didn't we? Spartans on the power play now, cleared by Trenton to start this one.
This could be just what Stevenson needed to get back into this period.
See if they can get something going. Kovacs in front of the Trenton bench, trying to go wing to wing, intercepted. Trenton now coming the other way. That's Carter Allen high on Maluski. Steered aside by the Spartans. They've got some numbers. Coming back the other way. Clevin. Going to knock it to the line, nearly out, just over the line now. Trojans doing battle. Good work there, far side, Ian Bennett. Ian Bennett's just going to punch it in, play called on the offside.
Trenton still got it going. They're getting a little aggressive penalty kill going here. Stevenson can't get anything going. I'm telling you, after the whistle, it's getting a little bit chippy here. This rivalry is starting to come alive tonight.
Well, in a game like this, Mike, you have to keep the emotions in check. I mean, we see how tight things are, right?
Absolutely.
Trojans win that draw all the way back. Spartans say, that's okay. We'll take over and break out of our own zone with 1:05 remaining in this power play. Owen Penny now. Owen Penny holding on to it. Back to Penny. Penny on the backhand, head up, looking, goes other side. 50 seconds remaining in this power play. To the point. Moving outside the perimeter. Boy, they're trying to set up that high slot area. You can see it from here. Trenton read it. Back in behind the net. Nice patience now for the Spartans, trying to set this up. They have the Trojans in the box. Back to the point. Just outside the circle. Boy, you could tell he wanted to shoot that, did Stefanik. Into the corner now. Spartans with control again. 22 seconds remaining. Stefanik at the point. Stefanik just going to wrist her in. Boy, that one hit the goaltender. Positioning that time by Miklos made the stop.
Another tip shot from the point, big save. I love the body movement on Stevenson's power play. I know that's big in Coach Mitchell's book.
Van Antwerp plays it up. Just a few moments remaining in this power play, but an opportunity now for the Trojans with speed coming the other way. Good defensive recovery there, Mike. There's that line again. It's not the mistake, it's the recovery.
Absolutely, did not take a penalty. That was huge.
Speed coming the other way. Spartans trying to pump her in deep. Stopped by the Trojans. Spartans still on top of it. Trojans decide to play it back. An aggressive forecheck, trying to cough something up. Good job skating it out now with speed. Ryan Stanley, very active tonight, Stanley. Going coast to coast, back behind the net. On his backhand, just going to pump her in deep again. Giving chase down there is Zapaniak. Zapaniak on it to the line to Stanley. Stanley's going to wind up, but then just pump it in deep. Shaw now back behind the net. Kept in and finally gloved down by the goaltender, Aiden Maluski. 7:54 to go here in this second period. Spartans on top by a score of 1-0.
Yep, you know, they didn't score on the power play, but I think Coach Mitchell's going to be happy with that power play. A little story. Over the summer, Coach Mitchell let me and my son come into one of his Zoom calls with his team, and he talked about the power play, and that's exactly what he talked about. Getting bodies moving to make the play. So Sebastiano at home, that's exactly what Coach Mitchell was talking about in that Zoom call.
Weren't you guys over at my house before then? We had a barbecue that day, right?
Absolutely. Barbecue and power play,
that
two
sounds
great
good
things.
To me. To the line, but kept in by the Trojans, now out. Spartans looking to regroup in their own zone. Pumped into the neutral zone, now dumped in deep. Spartans giving chase, win a battle in the corner. That's Carter Allen trying to rub out his man. He does. Trojans coming the other way. Controlled by Kimball for the moment. And taken over by the Trojans. They have to get back on side. So the Spartans with an opportunity to the line, and they're just going to shoot at the length of the ice, but icing waved off as it comes in on the goaltender. 7:05 to go here, second period. Chipped in to the corner, called on the offside. I don't think the bench liked that call too much.
I don't think so. This one might come to center ice here, unless they're going to say that tip came on the other side of the red line.
I didn't think it did. Did you?
I thought that was a good play. I thought that was a good play. I think the Trenton bench has a good argument here.
I think Chad Clements is asking for a explanation here. Right down in front of us.
Wow, that's a tough break because their forecheck was really working and getting some turnovers too.
So here we go. Face off deep in the Trenton zone. Controlled for the moment by the Spartans. Opportunity in front, swept aside. Shot from the point just goes wide. A little bit of a misfire down there.
Well, let's hope that questionable call there doesn't turn the tide of momentum here as Stevenson now could pin them down here. Let's see.
As the DJ here playing a song that I know you and I are very familiar with. Reminds me of the Terminator 2 video game, Mike.
Oh.
How many quarters did we pump into that game?
I don't know. We might have to stop at the arcade on the way home now.
Trip, and that is going to be a power play for Trenton.
That's another one. No-brainer. Stick in the feet, fall down. It's going to be called every time.
So we'll take a look at this Trojan power play again. They are 0 for 1 on the night. The Spartans 0 for 2. So this being, of course, the second power play opportunity for the Trojans. Hey, folks, Warrior Hockey has the new covert QRE10 stick. Elite puck fill and quick release for players of all ages. The Warrior Covert QRE10 stick. There's no feeling like it. Mike, those are as light as a feather.
Oh.
You and I had tree trunks when we were kids.
Absolutely. I think we had to make them ourselves from the backyard tree. And they cost $10, I think. That was the best thing about them.
So Trojans on a power play. Going to punch it in deep. Doing battle down there is Stanley. controlled by the Trojans. Come out in front to Fields. Back to the point. Fields with a shot just a wide, and that deflected up into that netting. And I'll tell you what, Fields got some wood on that. I'm showing my age. I said wood, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if the fans at home can hear the commotion coming from the Trenton bench, but they are not happy with a couple of calls. And I've got to tell you, Sean, I don't blame them. They were entering the zone on this power play, and it looked to me from this advantage, it looked like a little bit of interference being run on their forechecker getting in, and they let that ref know.
Teach wins the draw forward. Opportunity for the Spartans. Jack Smith, who has the game's only goal, knocked off the puck. Here come the Trojans the other way. Colin Presson going to dump it near side corner. Puck bouncing in the corner, but controlled by the Trojans for the moment until the Spartans get a free look the other way. 6 minutes to go in this second period. 1:05 left in this Trojan power play. Spartans on top by a score of 1-0. So glad you could join us on the State Champs Network. Mike Ivesil, Sean Belegian, puck up into the rafters. Spartans will take that all day.
Oh, yeah. Nice little break. When you get those breaks when you're on the penalty kill, you like to get some fresh legs out there, and that's exactly what they do.
There's a goaltender, Aiden Maluski, getting the start here tonight. That fine-looking Spartan jersey. Maybe we can get a look to our camera crew out there. The name Herb on the back of the jersey for the late Adam Mitchell. Meant so much to so many, not only in hockey, Mike, but in the community, as a teacher, as a friend. Personal note, Mike, you and I knew Adam for about 30 years. Just a wonderful guy.
Wonderful guy. He never had a bad word to say when we would show up at 12 o'clock to borrow Dave's video games. And talk about the community and everywhere. I believe my wife had him as a teacher.
No kidding, yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's wonderful. Puck cleared out by the Spartans here. 35 seconds remaining in this power play for the Trojans. A much better second period for the Trojans. Trying to get something going now via the power play. Good penalty kill here by the Spartans. Losing the stick, but kicking it back there. Nice play and an opportunity to clear it by the captain, Kimball. Maluski into the corner. Spartans with an opportunity to clear. Kept in by Sapaniak. Now into the corner. Played in front, nobody home. Out to the point, trying to block the shot just wide. Boy, Kimball paid the price. Didn't have a lot of area to shoot at there. Waning moments of this power play. Spartans at full strength. To the line, blocked there by Kimball. That's a heck of a shift there by the captain, Kimball.
Absolutely. The one block and the other one, someone may say he didn't block it, but he took the shooting lane away.
Here's an opportunity, and they're going to say just offside. And I don't think the Spartans like that now. Coach Mitchell's down there telling everybody to calm down.
Wow, tough job being a ref. You just can't please everybody,
You're
right?
You're absolutely right, and I think both coaches would tell you that. All the respect in the world for these guys that wear the stripes. I mean that.
But even that it was offsides, that was a great look on that stretch pass coming from the defenseman of Stevenson.
Trojans win the draw, pump it in deep. Spartans give chase there, in behind their goaltender, Maluski. Now an opportunity to break out. Stop for the moment. Punch back in by Mace. Now the Spartans get an opportunity to break out. They're going to play it back, though. Nobody was home as Stefanik was ready to break out. This puck's going to get out of the zone, and Trenton has to start in their neutral zone. Nearly picked off, but is. Into the corner now. Tried to throw it back in front, but deflected right back whence it came. In back behind the net. Stop. Looking. Opportunity in front. And deflected up high.
And once again, Stevenson getting the puck down low, and their movement in the offensive zone is causing guys to get open. Trenton's kind of happy with keeping them to the outside, but Stevenson's moving and getting some opportunities there.
3:58 to go here in this second period. Spartans on top by a score of 1-0. Shots on goal 20-9. In favor of the Spartans. Face off deep in that Trenton zone. One back by the Trojans, but the Spartans retain control. An opportunity in front, but knocked off the puck, and we are going to get a penalty there with that slash. Mike, again, pretty good chance when a guy's skating out in front and he gets the stick knocked out of his hand, pretty good chance we're going to get a slash call there.
Absolutely. Us old school hockey guys may not like that call, but by the rules, that is the right call. Back in our day when I was playing, Sean, we'd look at the guy, and I think the ref might even look at him and say, 2 hands on the stick, you don't lose the stick. I mean, it's a good hard play on the stick, but right now that is 100% a penalty.
Back in my day. I love using that line, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. Spartans on the power play now. They're 0 for 2. Controlled by the Spartans. Stefanik. Playing catch down low. And Antwerp to the line, now far side. Back to Stefanik at the point, looking for that back door, nobody home. A trip down low, Shaw gets up, still doing battle in the corner along with Caleb Knighting. Takes a big hit down low. Trojans wasting precious time off this Spartan power play. Now finally back to the line, Stefanik with some room. Gonna work outside the dot. Shot kicked aside, no trouble there. To the line, but not out. Good job by Stefanik to keep it in. They've got numbers down low. High slot area, another big stop by Miklos. Oh, he's made some stops here. Bouncing puck in front, still the Spartans on it. Gonna go all the way back to the point. Stefanik's gonna wind up, blocked. An opportunity in front off the rebound. Shot, nobody home. And we've got a whistle, Mike.
Once again, Stevenson defenseman keeping the puck in at the blue line. Great play, generating all this offense. And once again, Trenton goalie making saves.
57 seconds remaining in this Spartan power play.
You know, I don't know if it's getting towards the end of the period, but not as much body movement on this power play. The bodies aren't moving, the pucks aren't moving, but they're keeping it in and still generating offense.
Kimball taking this draw against Preston. Won by Kimball cleanly. Back to Adamick. Spartans on the perimeter right now. Kimball went straight to the net, was doing battle in front of the net. Hurd back in behind the net. 44 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity. Lost there, and Maluski's going to have to come out and play this with a Trojan bearing down on him. Sends it to Hurd, who loses it for the moment. Spartans get it back. Into that neutral zone, but sent almost the length of the ice. Maluski's just going to leave it there for Adamick with 20 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity. Adamick with his head up to Kovacs. Kovacs through the neutral zone. Waits, looks, going to send it the other side. Hurd on that far point. Going wing to wing down low. That puck high up over the Spartan bench with only 1 second remaining in this power play opportunity. Mike, check out State Champs Hockey Time every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, presented by Alta Equipment Company. Myself and John Kidd, are you familiar with him? We'll recap what's happening in high school hockey. State Champs Hockey Time premieres every Wednesday during the season on the State Champs Sports Network.
It's a great watch, too, guys. You guys do a great job.
Thank you. I've been fooling people for a long time. You know that better than anybody, Mike.
Thanks for inviting me to help you fool people.
Hey, there's nobody I'd rather fool people with than you.
I won't be fooled again.
Trojans with numbers now. 5-on-5 with 1:35 remaining in this second period. Spartans on top 1-0. Spartans with the advantage in the first period. Trojans have carried the play here in the second. Shots on goal still 22-10 for the Spartans. Puck comes the other way. Opportunity there for the Trojans. They cough it up in the neutral zone. Spartans trying to get something going the other way. Got to get back onside, though. Finally gets himself onside, just throwing it towards the net. No problem for Miklos, who's had himself one heck of a night so far. Hey, in our second intermission, we will take a look back at highlights from Stevenson and Trenton. Both of them winning their last state titles in 13 and 14. In those years, Dominic Lutz from Stevenson, Andrew Sawyer from Trenton won our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year. 3-3 in an NHL game I have an eye on, Mike, by the way. I thought I'd let you know. With 1:05 remaining in this second period. Spartans trying to add to this 1-0 lead. Good battle in back behind the net. Starts to the left, goes to the right. 6 guys doing battle down there now. 7 guys doing battle down there right now.
They're letting them play it.
You've heard it all night. Spartans come out with it. Opportunity in front. Oh, stopped by Preston. Rebound, lay there for a second. Goalie lost his stick. Preston was down. Spartans buzzing. To the high slot area. Hurd, big stop. Rebound in front. Without his stick is Miklos. To the line and out. Trenton really needed that, and that's going to be a penalty.
That might be called a make-up call in some for the interference that the Trenton bench was asking very nicely the ref about 5 minutes ago. And right before that, as I say, I think this period was about to end like the last period. A wide open net chance here again by Stevenson. Again, just couldn't get it home.
So another power play opportunity here for Trenton in the waning moments of this second period. Shots on goal now 24-10 in favor of the Spartans. Boy, how many half-open net have the Spartans had here tonight, Mike?
Oof. And you know what? It's not how many you had, it's how many did you put in,
Absolutely.
and that answer is none.
That's exactly it. Spartans going to dump this into the Trenton zone. 10 seconds remaining in this period. Trenton might just try to rag this off. Maybe one last opportunity here just out of the reach of Rory Zapaniak, and this is going to be the end of the second period. Boy, I tell you what, I like Captain Kimball's game here tonight. I think he's had a strong game for the Spartans, no doubt about that. Your score after 2 periods of play, it is the visitors from Livonia Stevenson 1, Trenton 0. As we said in the second intermission, we're going to take a look back at 2013 and 2014, where Stevenson won the title, Trenton won the title. Both of their players, Dominic Lutz for Stevenson and Andrew Sawyer, were our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year. Myself and Jonathan Kidd will preview key matchups that are happening this weekend as well across the great state of Michigan. Don't you go anywhere. We'll have that for you in our intermission, and then we'll be back for the third period here from Kennedy Ice Arena, where your score after 2 periods of play, Livonia Stevenson on top of Trenton by a score of 1-0.
To Division II, an all-KLAA conference finale. Number 1 ranked Livonia Stevenson taking on the Eagles repping Heartland High School. Both teams' first ever appearance in the title game. Ranked numero uno most of the year, Stevenson donning the sky blue. 43 years as a hockey program, hungry for a ring. 5 minutes into the first, the senior Travis Harvey gives the Spartans a 1-0 lead. Heartland also looking for their first hockey state crown. The KLAA Lakes Conference champs would even it up. Chris McCray gets tripped up, flings it towards open ice. The junior Austin Flores says, "Thank you very much. We were tied at 1 after 1. Eagles would strike again 54 seconds in the second period. Off the turnover and on the 2-on-1, McCray gets the puck back from the deflected pass attempt, back of the net. Heartland takes the lead. Stevenson would respond. Dominic Lutz keeps it in the zone. The quick release finds the twine. We were tied again at 2. 6 goals between the two teams in the second period, but Stevenson grabbed the upper hand. Heartland once again can't clear it, and Spartan junior defenseman Ray Chartier with the sonic boom that hits pay dirt. Livonia Stevenson would hang on to win. 5-4 the final. The Spartans' first hockey state championship in school history.
All right, welcome back to State Champs. I am in a cafeteria somewhere in southeast Michigan, and it's because we have a very special announcement to make. I'm joined by Steve Silver, Marketing Brand Manager for Warrior Sports. Of course, Sean Belesian, who's been with us on this race all season long. And we've got a lot of state championship hockey players here and a very happy Spartan Nation as well. Did I just give it away? Uh-oh. Our 2012-2013 Warrior Sports High School Hockey Player of the Year is
Dominic Lutz.
What is this a surprise?
I had no idea. I wasn't expecting this.
I'd like to thank State Champs and thank Warrior Sports for doing this for him. But to have him and to have the group of kids that we had this season, and he knows that the line that he played on with Tyler Irvine and Devin Kelly, and then Dominic got the job done on multiple occasions, is very deserving of this. But it means a great deal to our school, our alumni in the city. Just the recognition for this, it's been overwhelming, and we couldn't be happier for him and everybody involved.
I'm so grateful, very grateful for everything. He's a hard worker, grateful for the team. Amazing coaches, we've been so fortunate. I'm so happy for him.
As you should be, Mom. Dominic Lutz has had some kind of season. 43 goals and 79 points. Donning the captain C as a junior, Lutz led the Spartans to the Division II state finals and scored 2 tallies in the championship to help Livonia Stevenson win the first hockey state title in school history. What makes him a special player?
Yeah, his speed and shot is amazing. The way he sees the ice, it's God-given almost.
Draws the opponent in, and then he can do what he needs to do from there, whether it be firing a great shot in the net or dishing the puck off. That's what I notice about him, the ability to make others around him better.
That's a great honor. I'm still shocked that I got it. I'm very happy, especially since McCacken got last year. Big shoes to fill. Glad to see that he's the one that wanted to. And I'm just looking forward to see what happens next.
To Division II, another program seeking the top of the mountain after a 4-year hiatus, Trenton, taking on a Heartland team in the title game for the 2nd straight year. Heartland hoping this year would see the program's first championship. Started out sweet. 4 minutes into the contest, the outlet to Josh Ruthick, and he's alone. The senior captain dangling Nick Ramirez. Eagles jumped out to a 1-0 lead.
Let's go, Trenton!
Let's go, Trenton! Let's go, Trenton! Let's go, Trenton!
The most storied public school team in the state, Trenton. The puck pops deep in the dog zone. Senior Justin Dunn, the deep and the back of the net. 1-1 game after the first. That sparked a surge. Trenton all over the puck, and Heartland unable to clear the zone. The junior Quinn Preston steps up and puts it past Nick Wineka. 22nd tally on the season. Trenton, a 2-1 lead. And they kept on coming. Our newest Warrior Hockey Player of the Year, Andrew Sawyer, gets it to Dunn, who puts home his second of the game. The Trojans up a pair. This was the dagger. 5 seconds ago in the second, Mitch Galea gets the shot off from his knees. Turned aside, but there's Dunn again. 0.4 seconds were left in the period. Give the man the hat trick. 38th of the season, 4-1 into the third. Trenton poured in more. It's Galea on the puck. Waits, top shelf. Trenton got a couple of more goals, including one from Phil Puglisi. Here, it's Galea finishing off his hattie and a team-leading 42nd on the campaign.
State champs! State champs! State champs! State champs! State champs! State champs! State champs!
8-3 the final. Trojan, 14th hockey crown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to announce our high school hockey player of the year. We are somewhere in Southeast Michigan. This was a long, hard-fought race. It was a tough decision, but in the end, only one can win. We'll call this the hat trick. Why don't we call it the hat trick? 14th state championship in school history, check. Winningest coach now in Michigan high school hockey history, check. And our 2014 Warrior Sports High School Hockey Player of the Year is Andrew Sawyer. Come on up, Andrew. Hold it up. Raise it up. Give him some love.
It's a huge honor. There's a lot of great players in the state, and the 4 guys that we're down to, starting off with the first 10, it's just a huge honor. Feels really good.
Born to be a Trenton Trojan, Andrew Sawyer grew up idolizing the school's high school hockey stars with the wish that one day it would be he who donned the blue and gold. His junior year, he was bestowed the honor of being named an assistant captain, and he was awarded the C this season. He capped his career with an incredible season. A member of one of the top 3 lines in the state, Andrew was not just a goal scorer, but a facilitator. He led the team in assists and finished with 66 points on the season. Trenton was the #1 Division II team in the state from practically day one. Andrew instilling the pride and leadership as so many great Trojan captains had done in the past, including the current captain at Bowling Green, Cam Watala, and the New Jersey Devils, Andy Green. Our People's Champion, Andrew won the fan voting portion of the contest with a vote total over 18,000. Andrew graduates captain of the program's 14th state championship.
I can't credit this award enough to my line mates, Mitchell Gallia and Justin Dunn, but our team came together. We had something to prove every single day, and it feels good to do what we always set out every single day to do. We're all a big family. We just loved each other, and we knew that we wanted to send coach off and get him the record. So there's just a lot of special things this season.
Andrew Sawyer, 2014 Warrior Sports High School Hockey Player of the Year, presented by Warrior.
All right, let's preview this week in high school hockey in the great state of Michigan. Friday night, Brighton taking on their rivals from Heartland.
That's awesome. The thing out there that's so cool is, the Howell kids, the Heartland kids, the Brighton kids, they all know each other. There's something special when you have a dynamic like that going on.
All right, on Friday night, Division III matchup between Flint Powers and Detroit Country Day. A preview of a playoff matchup down the road.
Oh, baby, is that fun? Powers, as I said, in my humble opinion, I had them at 11. You could make the argument they're a top 10 team. You want to move up? Take care of business this week. Nothing better than knocking off what I feel is the best team in the state right now in Country Day.
We head up north for the big matchup between Calumet and Hancock. We talked a lot about the Locusts earlier in the show. Dean Locust has 29 points so far this season as of Monday.
Yeah, again, Axel in net. Hancock is vastly improved. New coach coming in. Obviously, I think people can see what they've done. We've ranked them accordingly. Just a fantastic battle up there. This. I've said this for years. Like, one of my dreams is to go up there for a weekend where I can see like Houghton Calumet one night, Houghton Hancock the next night. It's awesome up there. You always know you're going to get one heck of a game, and this should be no different.
Byron Center, they're going to be heading up north to take on the Bay Reps.
It's a great matchup. Bay Reps are another team. Pay attention to what they've done. A couple of years ago, they made a nice run to get to USA Hockey Arena. They're loaded this year. They got some good wins already. Good measuring stick for both teams.
Catholic League battle between 2 Division III teams between Warren De La Salle and UAD Jesuit.
Well, Sean Clark's doing a fantastic job. It's Coach Clark, you might remember, was at De La Salle. He came back doing a tremendous job. Pilots ranked, and for good reason. I had a really tough time this week trying to figure out who number 1 was, John. Full disclosure, and I'll tell the Cubby fans this. It was the Cubbies. It was Country Day. The only reason I went with Country Day, quite frankly, is because they had the clean sheet. Division III right now really is so compacted, and I'm going to use the county analogy again. There are a bunch of teams in the county that can do some work.
And welcome in to Kennedy Ice Arena. Third period about to get underway. Another chapter of a great rivalry between the home team, the Trenton Trojans, and the visitors from Livonia Stevenson, the Livonia Stevenson Spartans, along with Mike Ives. So my name is Sean Belegian. And Mike, heck of a game so far. We got another third period to come. Trenton, don't forget, on the power play to start this third period. They still have a $1:37 to go, but, Mike, the only goal of the game came way back in the first period. Scored by number 19, Jack Smith of the Livonia Stevenson Spartans.
Absolutely. We got the tale of two periods here. The first period, Stevenson really took it to Trenton. Trenton couldn't get much going. We had the only goal of the game. A few empty nets missed. It could have been worse than 1-0. The second period, Trenton came out, took it to Stevenson, and had more of the opportunities. We're on the power play right now. But this is what you want in a great rivalry game like this, right? Back and forth.
Spartans, of course, in that baby blue, royal blue, and white. The Trojans in that all too familiar white jersey. Two sharp jerseys, two sharp teams. Mike, what are you looking for here in the third period?
Well, I'm looking to see who is going to get the forecheck going, who is going to get in, pressure the defense so that they make the mistake and get a turnover. Is it going to be Trenton like they did in the second period, or is it going to be Stevenson like they did in the first period? We'll see also, is it going to be a tale of special teams? Are we going to have a little bit more power plays called? We know both benches weren't too happy with the refs there. We might get a power play or two in this period, and we'll wait to see.
1-0 Spartans. Third period about to commence. Just got a nice message from David Mitchell's mother, Rosemary. We appreciate you listening back in Livonia. Mike, we've known Dave and his family for 30 plus years. Just wonderful people. No other way to say that.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to know him, and just a great family.
So 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining in this penalty to Adam Hurd. Spartans on top, 1-0 here. In what has been, there's no other way to say it. Stevenson Trenton. There, right. That's all I need to say.
100%.
Buck dumping in the corner, controlled for the moment by the Spartans. On it again, though, is Preston. Playing in behind the Spartan net. Get it back out to the point now. Just shot towards the net. Maluski didn't see that. It looked like it hit him down low.
That was great patience. He just walked across that blue line, looked for a shooting lane, and got it on net. That was a good save when he couldn't see it.
Playing a little umbrella now. 3 men up top. Now one moves down low. Maluski shrugged that one off the shoulder. Nemeth circling in behind his net. In close quarters with Maluski. Hugging that near goal post. Back to the point, 45 seconds remaining in this power play. Trenton been in the zone this whole period. Puck finally cleared out by the Spartans, and they desperately needed a change. Preston trying to get on it. Drops it back now. Spinorama at the line. Stanley still with it. Gives it up to Preston. He plays it in behind that Spartan net. 20 seconds remaining in this Trojan power play. Puck down there somewhere into the corner. Controlled by the Trojans. Spartans get it near the line. Can't punch it out, however. Finally to the line, but not out. Kept in by the Trojans. 5 seconds remaining. Stanley looking, waiting. Plays it down low. Spartans all over it. Shot near side Maluski. No problem there, hugging the post again. Spartans with an opportunity to break out. Here they come. 1-on-2 though. I'll tell you what, 12's had a good night tonight. Opportunity in front. What a stop by Luke Miklos. Folks, I'm telling you, this kid has been stellar tonight.
Absolutely. See where he was again, out of the crease, coming out deep, having the confidence, being aggressive. But what a rush by Stevenson coming up, and a great look and pass in front. Drive that net. The puck's going to get there, and wow, what a save.
Boy, Luke making a case for first star of the game as far as I'm concerned. Mike, I'm putting you on notice. I think I surprised you last week, and I apologize, partner. I want 3 stars from you, okay?
All right, I'll do it.
Deal. Here come the Trojans with an opportunity to break out. 4 Spartans back, however. They're going to pump it in deep. Spartans get there first. To the line, kept in by Trojans. But an opportunity now for Stevenson. Puck tipped. And Luke's just going to hold it there and try over for the faceoff. 14:41 to go here, third period. Spartans still on top by a score of 1-0.
We had the first period Stevenson, the second period Trenton, the third period both teams showed up and they're both flying right now.
They most certainly are. Let's see who takes this. Noah Turner going to take this draw against Aboza. Won by the Spartans. Trying to get something going. For the moment, the Spartans had it. Good job there by Stanley, who's had a strong game to get it to the line, but not out, so we'll try again. Spartans barely keep it in, now finally out. Good stick handling here. See if the Spartans can get something going. Here comes Smith. He's got the Spartans' goal tonight. In the corner, big hit, rubbed off the puck. He's slow to get up. He's going to head to the bench right now. You can tell Smith took a big shot in the corner.
I don't know if that looks serious. I think he's going to get to the bench. He's going to shake that one off there. Last thing in a shortened season like this you need is injuries.
So let's see who takes this draw this time. I believe Owen Penny is going to take this draw against Carter Allen for the Trojans. 14:09 to go. Spartans still on top, 1-0. One towards the net. Luke says enough again, dives out beyond that blue crease area. That is a confident goaltender. He's been playing the angles very well. Here's a guy that's 5'8", that's making himself look big, Mike.
Absolutely, and he's making the right plays by covering these, settle it down a little bit in your zone.
So they try it again. This time the Trojans going to break out. There's 3 of them. They're going to dump it in deep. Bodies flying all over the place. What else would you expect in Trenton, Stevenson? Spartans get it out to the neutral zone now. Big battle right in front of that Spartan bench. Bodies flying again. Trojans on top of it. Puck deflected out of play. 26-13 shots on goal advantage for the Spartans. Most important number, Mike, 1-0 still for the Spartans.
But it's taken 2 periods and a couple of minutes, but Trenton has definitely found their legs, and they are flying right now. They're getting that puck in. The jerseys are tailing behind them as they fly through that zone with speed.
Let's see who takes the draw this time. It's going to be Fields this time. Can't see who it is for the Spartans. I apologize for that. Fields wins it back, but just out of the reach of Preston. Going back to chase it are the Trojans. Spartans, though, coming this way. Clevin just throws it towards the net. Whoa, it looked like it fooled the goaltender for a second. Went over the net. Clevin back behind the net. Looking for somebody in front, taken away by Preston. He's been very active tonight, has number 20, Colin Preston. Throw that the length of the ice, and that is going to be icing. 13-12 to go here, Mike Ivesel, in this third period. Prototypical Spartan-Trojan game tonight.
Absolutely, and it's starting to heat up a little bit, and I think a prototypical third period in a 1-0 rivalry game, kind of feeling each other out. No one wants to make that mistake right now.
You know, Mike, I hate when broadcasters use cliches. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use a cliche.
Let's hear it.
The next goal's big.
Huge.
Captain Obvious here to tell you he's happy on a Thursday night to be here in hockey. Opportunity in front. Spartans nearly got it there. Just deflected up into the chest area. Spartans have to chase behind their own net now. Trenton, though, aggressive, trying to win that battle in the corner. Spartans get an opportunity to get it out into the neutral zone, and they do. Spartans back on top of it now. Here comes Smith. Opportunity, high slot. Coming over just outside the circle, and again, well outside his blue crease area, Luke Miklos with another stop.
Another stop and another stop at the top of the crease. He is confident. He's coming out. When you get out, 5'8" looks like 6'8" when you're out that big. You take away all the angles and all the corners.
You know, one thing I've noticed as the game went on, Mike, is Trenton's done a good job of stopping the Spartans from crisscrossing in front of them looking for those deflections. That's the only one that went in tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The Trenton defense have done a good job in front of their own net.
Wait to drop the puck here. Lay there in the circle for a moment. Controlled by the Trojans. Here they come. 2 on the right wing. They're just going to dump her in. Back behind the net. Spartan gets there first. Into the corner, though. Trojans on it. Back and forth this battle, much like this game here all tonight. Spartans have 2 coming the other way, just out of the reach of one of those forwards who was coming with speed, Mike. Trojans with an opportunity now in their own zone. 1-0 Spartans.
Not a lot of room out here now. Everyone's taking it away.
Opportunity coming up the middle now. Carter Allen going to hit it on the far wing. Far wing now, Ian Bennett doing battle in the corner. Spartans up with an opportunity to break out. Picked off by Preston. He's going to take that puck offside. Nope. Didn't say it was touched, though. Came back. Spartans with an opportunity to break out. Now given away at the line. Another poke check. Spartans finally with Clevin coming the other way. 1-on-4 as the Spartans go for a change. Good work by him, though, Carson Clevin, to get the puck far side. Spartans on top of it, looking to add to this 1-0 lead, get the cycle going. Can't do it, just out of the reach, back in behind the net. Trojans with an opportunity to skate out Preston. Preston through to neutral zone. To Fields' far side, who's just going to pump her in deep. Spartans with an opportunity to get it out, they do. Clevin had the stick knocked out of his hand. Good play there by Caleb Knighting. Knighting up the middle to Nemeth. Nemeth with speed. Nemeth drops it. Preston on it. Puck lay there for a moment. Couple guys overskated it to the line, but not out. Shot from the point. Blocked by the Spartans. They were looking for a home run pass just out of the reach.
Well, they're going to
get a spray, and you know what was going to happen there. A couple of Trojan players didn't like that very much. You know, if I'm the Spartan, I'm saying, wait, guys, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to pound into your goaltender. I had to put on the brakes.
Absolutely, absolutely. But they've got to get in there and let them know how they're doing. Maybe get exchange phone numbers. Tell them they'll talk to them later. Great call by the ref. He's taken both of them. 5-on-5. That's a good call. It's the way to get the game in control and not give anybody a power play.
Wiseman and Michael Pacini. So we're going to play some 5-on-5 now. Spartans waiting for an extra player out there. 10:48 to go here. 10:48 to go here in this third period. 30-13, the shots on goal now. Spartans in behind the net, looking for more. Bumped off the puck, tried to play it deep. Behind the net. Trenton in control, however. Puck just outside the line, but pumped back in. Finally bounced up, and we get a whistle.
At some point, I'm going to be looking for Trenton to do a little stretch pass, try to get behind the defense, because there's not a lot of room out there. Stevenson's doing a real good job right now.
Hey, folks, don't forget our next State Champs Game Time Live, presented by the Alta Equipment Company, will be on Monday, March 8th at 6 p.m. for the KLAA showdown between Heartland and Howell. It's the Battle of M59, and we'll have it here on State Champ Sports Network, presented by the Alta Equipment Company. 10:05 to go here in this one. Trenton trying to get her going. Get something going offensively. Not a lot of great chances tonight. Maluski, when tested, has been up to the challenge. Spartans doing battle now, 2-on-2 back behind the net. Squeaks out in front, high off the glass. That is going to go the length of the ice for the icing. Folks, don't forget, check out State Champs Hockey Time every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, presented by the Alta Equipment Company. Myself and Jonathan Kidd will recap what's happening in high school hockey. State Champs Hockey Time premieres every Wednesday during the season on the State Champs Sports Network. Thank you to somebody from about 50 feet away that made a great throw of a pen. I mean, that was a tremendous throw. Sign him up. Spartans get a turnover in the zone. Deflection rebound again. Boy, oh boy. Luke with the initial stop and the read on the second stop, Mike, to keep this at 1-0.
You know, there's a stat for everything. I would love to see the stat of how many saves he's made outside of his crease. He is feeling it tonight.
1-0 Spartans. Jack Smith very early in the first period. That's been it tonight. On a deflection. Spartans win the draw. Try to throw it in the corner. Nobody home. Trojans get an opportunity to clear it. High into the air. They're going to wave off the icing as it goes harmlessly into the corner. Trojans looking to win a battle near side. They do. Coming back other side. Spartans with an opportunity to clear. Off the stick, but into the neutral zone. Trojans have to touch up. Good job rubbing them off the puck at the line there by the Spartan defender. Playing catch now in their own zone. Preston, a good-looking player, trying to pick up some speed. Now he gets it back with speed. Forced to go outside, loses it. Spartans with an opportunity to clear, and they do on the backhand. Is it going to go the distance for icing? No, waved off, literally at the last second, Mike.
I got to tell you, I like this number 20, Preston, out here. He's been flying. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, Quinn Preston, of course, went to Ohio State. This is Colin Preston. Pretty good player. They've created a few pretty good players down here, haven't they? Near side now. Loose in front opportunity. No, can't pull the trigger. And we get a whistle. They're saying the net came off the moorings down there. Indeed. Smith goes down right in front of us.
Would we?
Boy, oh boy, I don't know what happened.
They're up in arms. The way he's going down, that is typically what you see with a spear. I mean, I don't want to accuse anybody of anything we didn't see, which we were talking, but when you go down holding your midsection and there's just nothing going on around.
Yeah, the Spartan bench is going crazy down there. They're really going crazy down there. And Smith holding his chest. I think they're going to ask right now if you saw anything. Ask the ref, ask the linesman. They're going to drop the puck here.
Now, and I saw a little chippy as they were going off the ice, but I did not see anything happen.
Did not. 8:10 to go. Spartans still on top, 1-0. Opportunity here, 1-on-2. Waiting, circling the net. Going to throw it back to the point. That's Nick Justice. Justice waits. Outside to Teets. Teets with traffic in front, knocked aside. Trojans with an opportunity to get it to the line and finally out. With speed coming the other way. That's Shaw this time. Shaw trying to get it in front. Too many Spartans down low. Puck thrown to the far side, to the line, but not out. An opportunity to start up for the Spartans. Justice tried to get a head of steam going, couldn't get her going. So they try again. They're going to pump it in deep, Mike, with 7:25 to go. Spartans still on top, 1-0. Shots on goal now, 33-13 for the visitors from Livonia.
Not a lot of skating room through that neutral zone. They're just taking everything away.
No, sir. Full change for the Trojans. They get fresh troops out there. D to D now. Into the neutral zone. Trojans, let's see if they start to take some chances and maybe Mike pitch in one of those defenders. Maluski had to be careful there as it goes wide. Nearly a home run pass. That's what we're talking about, Mike. More often than not, when a team tries to sneak in that defender, that's when you get those odd man rushes going the other way.
Absolutely, and you hit it on the head. They're going to be Trenton's got to try something. Their defense have been active all game carrying that puck. Number 9, Caleb Knighting's been carrying the puck. Number 12, Ryan Stanley's carried that puck up. Two nice-looking defensemen. Let's see if they get them more involved in the play.
Draw here. Carter Allen with 6:47 to go. In the Spartan zone. Won by the Spartans back behind their own net. Puck still lay there. Trojans on it. Now the Spartans control. To the line and just out. Spartans with 3 coming the other way with speed. Here's Smith back on the ice. Smith's had a strong game here tonight. doing battle down low. Back on the puck is Smith. Sends it the other side. Pinch it in to the line, but not out. D to D now. Justice from the line. Rebound in front. Big stop by Miklos.
They're going to call it. I can't see the number on the jersey here. Number 22 cut across that crease as he made the save, and he made contact with the goalie.
Yeah, Piccini didn't. Piccini does not like that line. He's making his case. You can see Coach Mitchell over there saying, quiet, quiet. You don't want to draw an extra 2 at this juncture for Turpin.
The goalie hasn't moved much since taking that one to the head, so let's hope he's going to be all right.
We hope he's okay, because I'll tell you what, Mike, he might just be, I don't want to steal any of your thunder, he just might be the first star of the night. Luke has been outstanding here tonight.
100%. I mean, usually, if you're a forward, you want to hear your name called to be a star. If you're a defense, if you don't hear your name, you could be the star. We've heard this goalie's name over and over and over tonight, so we know he's going to be a star.
Having a conversation down there, you can never be too sure, especially if you get your bell rung. In our day and age, Mike, we called it bell rung. And I'll tell you what, folks, there's nothing bell rung about any time contact to the head happens. I'm glad that we've evolved and take head things with the precautions that we do now.
Absolutely, and that's what we're hoping. It's nothing like that. Maybe just a little shaken up. When you don't see something coming and you just get hit, it's a little bit worse than it actually is. And I don't think it was anything intentional by 22. I think doing like anybody would do when the goalie is hot, you want to buzz the goalie. Didn't want to hit him in the head. He wanted to buzz him.
Absolutely. Go to the net, try to make things happen. The good news for the Trojans in this is, number one, their goaltender is okay. Number two, they were able to give their PP1 unit a little bit of a breather to start this power play.
And that, maybe a little gamesmanship there, getting a little uncalled timeout there, right?
So a big opportunity here for the Trojans. 6:19 to go. Spartans on top 1-0. Shots on goal 34-13 in favor of the Spartans, but a big power play opportunity here for Trenton. Trenton controls, back to the line to Knighting. Knighting hands it off to Preston. Back over to Knighting. Far circle just wide. Back to the point now. Trojans in control, on it, into the corner. 2 Trojans down there lurking. Far side of the board now. Kimball on top of it, to the line, just wide. Kimball diving, trying to block another shot. All Trojans in the first 30 seconds of this power play. Shot in front, rebound, and cleared by the Spartans. They needed a clear there, Mike, with 1:10 remaining in this Trojan power play.
And they took advantage, and they got everybody off the ice and got a good change there with that clear, and they needed it.
Trojans just going to shoot it in. Maluski's going to leave it there for one of his defenders. Coming near side and cleared the length of the ice. 50 seconds remaining in this Trojan power play. 5:10 to go in the third period of a 1-0 game. Spartans and Trojans, what else would you expect, huh? 2 of the best out there, regardless of division. Just so happens both of these teams do battle in Division 2. Trojans on top of it, behind the net. Spartans going to have an opportunity to clear, and they do. Get some fresh troops out there in the last 25 seconds. Big opportunity off that turnover, and Luke had to be careful getting back into his own net.
Always get a little nervous when those goalies come out and try to make those plays like that.
Puck into the corner now. Trojans trying to get something going here in the waning moments, just over the line. And they're going to have to touch up on side. 5 seconds remaining in this power play time. Into the corner. D to D in the corner. Around the far side, but not out. Spartans now on top of it. Opportunity to clear it, no. Still an opportunity inside for the Trojans. Finally, the Spartans on top of it. Smart play. Just clear it off the boards. Keep it simple. Trying to kick it up to himself. Didn't work, so the Spartans have to regroup again. Just shot in deep, and they're going to get 4 changes out there with 3:45 to go here. Still 1-0 Livonia Stevenson. There's Stanley. He's been active. Moving in on the back end. Just a wide into the corner. Boy, he has been solid here tonight.
He's been in that rush all night. I like the way their defense get involved in the play.
Well, that's a good-looking player, folks. Ryan Stanley at 6'1". He's had himself one heck of a night here tonight. Not happy with himself that he couldn't make that one extra move in close quarters.
Did everything but put the puck in the net. Carried it down there, drove the net without fear. I tell you what, Sean, we keep saying it. Trenton, Stevenson. And this is Trenton, Stevenson, and it's looking like it's going to be another classic.
3:27 to go. Trojans win the draw. Knighting just going to pump it back in deep. Carter Allen in behind the net, doing battle with a pair of Spartan defenders. He wins one battle, getting some help down there as well. Trojans win another battle. To the line to Knighting. Knighting's just going to pump it back in deep. Spartans with an opportunity to come out now. They've got 3. Trojans quickly coming back as well as the Spartans make quick changes called on the offside.
He's hitting himself in the head. He's not happy going offsides, but it's the right idea. Coming through that blue line with speed is what you want to do. You know, you just got to get that puck over just a little bit quicker.
3:04 to go. Shots on goal now 35-15 in favor of Livonia Stevenson. The most important number, though, 1-0 Spartans. Spartans win the draw, pump it in deep. Don't expect them to go too deep here at this late juncture of the game as they try to protect this 1-0 lead. Kept in at the line. Shot deflected off a Spartan player into the corner. 2 Spartans still doing battle down there. Preston as well. Spartans with 3 men up top. Don't want to get beat deep. Stefanik on it now. Clicks it back up. Content to dump it in with 2:25 to go.
We're getting to that time.
1-0 Spartans.
We're getting to that time again, Sean. When do they pull the goalie? We had this conversation last week, and we'll have it again.
Bouncing puck, stolen by Preston. He loses it for the moment, and here come the Spartans the other way. Trojans take over, nearly too many men. Preston was going off, decided to stay onside.
Very smart play. Again, I like him. He's had some nice plays today, and that was probably one of his smartest ones.
Yeah, you don't want to take a too many men penalty with about 2 minutes to go in this one. Now $1:50 left. There's Stanley again. So active tonight, both ends of the ice. Keep an eye on that goaltender, Mike, when he might be coming out. Spartans looking for a home run pass. Opportunity here. Good defensive play by Xavier. On top of it, though, is Turner. He's just going to throw it towards the net. 1:30 to go in this one. And let's see if Trenton elects to use their timeout, maybe to strategize, Mike. All right, we win the win the draw. Maybe we go the other way. Goaltender comes out. Let's see if they elect to use their timeout.
And they want to get these guys a little bit of a rest, get their top guys out. But the thing we've heard about this time with the not so many practices is fatigue. Is fatigue going to become a factor here?
Trojans, of course, do not elect to use their timeout. Shot back in by the Spartans. $1:20 to go in this one. 1-0 Livonia Stevenson. No problem there for Adam Hurd as he plays catch with his defense partner and thrown back in. Looking for a home run pass there. An opportunity for Shaw. Shaw outside. Opportunity for the Spartans to break out. They do. 2-on-2. Kovacs tried to go inside out. Kept in by the Spartans far side of the line. Thrown back in. Another deflection down low. Played into the corner. Nobody home. The Spartans going to get in deep though. Love nothing more than to do battle along the boards here and muck this one out in the last 40 seconds. Spartans control. Still on the puck. Coming back the other way. Kicked into the neutral zone. No opportunity for the goaltender to come out, Mike, with 26 seconds remaining in this 1-0 game. Hurd now right in front of the Trojan bench. Going to throw it in deep. Here come the Trojans. Nemeth. He gets it picked off. Goaltender is out. Spartans got to get onside, and they just missed it. 10 seconds left in this one. A chance for one more rush by Stanley. Puck taken away with 5 seconds left. Fields now on top of it. Just throws it towards the middle, and the Spartans come into Trenton and win this hockey game by a score of 1-0. Aiden Maluski, that young man, with a 15-save shutout for the Spartans. We've got somebody down right in front of the Trenton bench. I think it's Pacini, right in front of the Trenton bench. Have a couple of the Trenton guys looking at him right now. Coach Clements down there as well.
I tell you what, nothing but the Trenton coaches immediately seen that he was hurt, and they got their trainers and everybody over there right away to take a look at him.
Players acknowledge one another. I think Halsey down there taking a look. Coach Mitchell walks over now. I see Coach Abricki, Coach Knighting, and of course the head coach, Chad Clements, one of the kindest men you'll see. There's no doubt about that. He's just a classy, classy man.
They immediately went over there and helped him out.
Let's hope that young man is okay. Mike, I didn't see what the problem is. He's kind of holding his lower back. He's up. Coach Mitchell's giving him some love, having a chat with him right now. Make sure he's okay. You can see John Kidd down there as well, our cameraman. Johnny does such a great job. The boys are hugging each other, shaking hands. Another chapter, Mike, of what is just a great game. I mean, regardless of division, the fact that both of these teams do war in Division II has been awesome. But I'll tell you what, two great hockey communities, two great head coaches in Coach Clements and Coach Mitchell. Spartans come away with a 1-0 victory.
Absolutely. You hit it all. Community, coaches, great players. It's what makes this a great rivalry, and we had another classic game here tonight.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right.
You ready,
all right.
pal?
I am ready.
All right, give me your 3 stars.
Well, not only do I have 3 stars, but I want to give some honorable mentions out there because this was a great game. Number 21, Ian Kimball, seemed to be everywhere for Stevenson. Caleb Knighting, Ryan Stanley, and Colin Preston for Trenton. How many times did we say their name? They were bringing that puck up. They were doing a good job. For our 3 stars, number 3, I'm going to go to Nick Justice, defenseman for Stevenson. I thought his play on the blue line is what started that first goal. First goal, let's go our only goal. Jack Smith, our number 2 star, our only goal scorer of the day. And I don't think it's a surprise to anybody. Luke Miklos, if I'm getting that right, the goaltender for Trenton, the number 1 star with 35 saves and probably 20 really hard saves.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Certainly don't want to take anything away from young Aiden Maluski as well, who had the 15-save shutout. But, Mike, I don't think anybody who watched this game is going to argue with you. Luke was the number 1 star here tonight.
Absolutely.
No doubt about that. Hey, we have many thanks to throw out there. Our entire state champs crew, and there are so many guys out here. Folks, you don't know all the hard work that goes into doing this. We thank each and every one of you from our state champs crew. Of course, Alta, thank you. Warrior, thank you as well. Thanks to the great folks here at the Kennedy Ice Arena and this beautiful city of Trenton as well. And partner, I thank you. Let's do it again.
Absolutely, and let's do it again March 8th. Another great rivalry, another classic game with Howell and Heartland.
Outstanding. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Final score here tonight in Trenton. The visitors from Livonia Stevenson come in and knock off the home team, the Trenton Trojans, by a score of 1-0. For Mike Iveso, my name is Sean Belegian saying good night for now from Trenton.